So the junior Max come out onto track, and it's going to be Ben Maxim who leads them away. Joe Linden in second place, Daniel Parrans-Smith in third with Jack Davis in fourth. Third row of the group will be Jack Brand and Joshua Valance. Then it'll be Tommy Edmonds and Madison Foley on row 4. Row 5 will be Marcus Carlton and Oliver Martinsky, and then it'll be Catherine White and Lucas Ivaskavicius in 12th spot. 13th will be Dylan Vass. If you're watching us on YouTube, request from Alpha Live. Please give us a subscribe to them. They are 200 subscriptions away from 6,000, and they would love it if you could give them a subscription. So if you're watching on YouTube, in fact, even if you're not, head over to their YouTube channel at some point and hit the subscribe button. They would really appreciate that. I completely endorse it because they put out all this amazing content, such as this, going into turn 1, led away by Ben Maxim into oblivion for the junior Max final. 12 minutes on the clock. Daniel Parrans-Smith is right on the tail there of Ben Maxim, resuming a battle that we saw earlier on today. Tommy Edmonds there in the 23 car going through the top part of the circuit. He's going to be taken by Joshua Valance there into Ashby. They work their way through the mid section of the lap. And onto the back straight. Distinctive centre livery. It's Ben Maxim who looks to have held on to this one at the front ahead of Dan Parrans-Smith. Joe Linden, Jack Brand, Jack Davis, Joshua Valance, Tommy Edmonds, Oliver Martinsky, Madison Foley, Catherine White, Marcus Carlton, Dylan Vass, Lucas Ivaskavicius rounds out your 13 cards in this field. Parrans-Smith, you've got to think, he's thinking of taking the lead in this one. We haven't seen him take a win all day. He's looked so racing all the way through. But up the inside, that wasn't in the game plan because the 79 of Joe Linden just had a very earnest look up the inside of Parrans-Smith into Wilkins. It's just given Maxim just a little bit of, I'll stress it a little bit. Daniel Parrans-Smith had a brilliant final sector there to bring himself back onto terms with him. The pace is so close throughout the field. The fastest lap of the race is a 47.15, which was set by 2 drivers at the same time then. As up the inside for the lead of the race, Parrans-Smith is going for it and he's forced onto the grass. Ben Maxim there. Ben Maxim felt he had to go to the grass there. I don't know, I think he could have held on to it. But either way, he decided to bail out and go for it. And he's in the cart, not me, and he's not won out there at all. And Parrans-Smith is now in the lead of this one as Joshua Valance goes up the inside of the 22 of Jack Brand and takes 5th place. Actually, it's going to be 4th place now because of Maxim dropping back. Ben Maxim will drop back quite a bit in the field there as they come on to lap number 4. Daniel Parrans-Smith leads, Jack Davis in 2nd, Joe Linden in 3rd. Joshua Valance has now got up to 4th, Jack Brand in 5th. Where has Ben Maxim dropped back to, you ask? 9th place is the answer. But Tommy Edmonds looks to the inside of Jack Brand. Not an opportunity there in the end, and he's going to be immediately under pressure from Oliver Martinsky in the number 11. Down into Ashby, Martinsky goes for it, but I don't think he's going to quite get the job done, and that in turn will leave him open to attack from Catherine White behind. This is fantastic classical sprint racing here in the Junior X30, in the Junior Max final here at Whilton Mill. If you take your eye off your ball, if you go for a move that doesn't quite pay off, you will immediately be under pressure. If you go offline here, it's not one place you're going to lose, it's 3 or 4, or as Ben Maxim found out, possibly the best part of 10. Jack Davis has just set the fastest lap of the race because he was thinking it was far too boring, so he'd get right onto the back of Daniel Parrans-Smith just to keep it entertaining. A 46.65, brilliant lap, took a quarter of a second out of Parrans-Smith, and now look how close it is at the head of this field. Daniel Parrans-Smith may have felt that he lost his biggest challenger when Ben Maxim ended up on the grass there earlier on, but I think Davis may have something else to say about it. Don't count out Joe Linden either. He's been shown very strongly today and he's currently running in 3rd place. 8 minutes plus a lap left on the clock. Parrans-Smith comes round to start a new lap. Jack Davis in second, Joe Linden in third, fourth Joshua Valance. Oliver Martinsky sets the fastest lap of the race in fifth place. And look for the lead of the race here. Jack Davis goes up the inside and gets the job done on Parrans-Smith. Got a brilliant run up the hill. And the 94 of Jack Davis now moves to the head of the field. Parrans-Smith though will want to stay with him, see if he can't open up an opportunity later on in this race. Onto the back straight they go. Through the boot. Again, the fastest lap of the race, 46.58, set by two different drivers identically at the same time. Martinsky and Catherine White both set the fastest lap of the race. Both hold the fastest lap of the race. Now looking for second place goes Joe Linden up the inside of Parrans-Smith, but it's not on there. It didn't quite pay off there, and he'll now lose a significant amount of time to Parrans-Smith that he'll have to claw back over the course of the next lap or so. Parrans-Smith though has been able to keep in touch with Jack Davis in spite of that challenge from Linden as they head down into Osiers. Behind them Joshua Valance is trying to get onto terms with him, but he's a second back from Linden in fourth place. He has the close companies of Oliver Martinsky and Catherine White. And Ben Maxim is trying to recover this one. It is by no means a given that Maxim will be able to work his way back up to the field because the pace of these drivers is so close. Fastest lap of the race now from Joshua Valance. Trying to get onto terms with his top three. Who stay as they were through the top part of the circuit and down into Ashby. Together maybe to just pull out a bit of breathing space, but to be honest with you, there's very little to choose between these, all 13 of them, to be perfectly honest, looking at their pace. Still plenty of time in this final. It genuinely could, I'm not lying when I say it could genuinely be any of them at this precise moment in time. Fastest lap of the race was briefly set by Joe Linden, but then Catherine White speeding with a 46.37. Tommy Edmonds has got past Marcus Carlton for second place on Parrans-Smith. Joe Linden tries again, and this time it does pay off. Joe Linden gets up to second place ahead of Daniel Parrans-Smith. Nice move there. Second time in a row that he's had a good run up the straight towards Christmas Corner. Top four now come round to start lap number 11. 4 minutes to go on this time. And you know what, I wouldn't put it past Catherine White, Oliver Martinsky and Ben Maxim to catch up onto the back of this. The change of order confirmed from, and look at this, for first place for the lead, Joe Linden. He's had such good runs up towards Christmas Corner, and he's just gone through to take the lead off of Jack Davis. Change for the lead then, through the top part of the circuit. Joe Linden now leads here at Whilton Mill in the Junior Max final. See Catherine White, Oliver Martinsky and Ben Maxim, they are battling, they're working together because they can see this pack ahead of them, they can see that there's potential to join in. As I say that though, Martinsky goes up the inside of Catherine White, beautifully done move there for fifth place. Cut back to the leaders, Linden, Davis, Parrans-Smith, and there is Joshua Valance. He's been working so hard to get onto the back of them, and he's now got past Parrans-Smith, but Parrans-Smith is going to come back at him into Osiers. Beautiful exchange between these two, and Parrans-Smith gives the indication, come on, let's work together, let's not be battling now, mate. There's 3 minutes to go of this, and either of us could win it. Let's not battle now, but at some point the dam's going to burst, and they're going to have to start battling here as they come onto a new lap. The pace has just dropped off just a little bit. No one's really setting fastest lap anymore or personal bests. They're all just trying little different things, trying different lines to try any which way to get by. Or at least that's the feeling I have, at least. They're just having little looks here and there, jinks to the inside to see if there's a way through. Our top two look like they're stuck together as they come through Osiers. There's still plenty of laps to run after this one. Little bit of a look over the shoulder for Joe Linden. Thought about going a bit defensive, but there was no real challenge from Jack Davis. Not this time around, at least. And this time there is, though, into Ashby Corner. Hard on the brakes, but he's gone way too wide there. And Jack Davis will end up on the grass. And that's it. That was his gambit, and it didn't pay off there. You can see the frustration because he knows he went for it a bit too intensely, a bit too early. So that's Jack Davis out of the running. Parrans-Smith up to second place. Joshua Valance up to third. There's going to be 2 more laps to go in this one. On to lap 16 they go. Parrans-Smith confirmed as the second place runner now. But there's a bit of a gap now for Joe Linden at the front of this one. Does he just smell the opportunity here to just hang on? And maybe he doesn't need to be challenged at all for the lead of this one. But surely Joshua Valance is not, for at least this lap, he's not going to try and think any dive bombs on Parrans-Smith with the hope that they can both catch up to Linden to challenge on the last lap. Surely that's the hope. We're about to find out. They're coming round now. We're going on to the final lap of running in just a few seconds' time in the Junior Max class. Who is going to win Junior Max for round 4 of the WMKC for 2019? On to the last lap we go, and it's the fastest lap of the race from Daniel Parrans-Smith. He really wants to have a go here at Joe Linden, but has he done enough? Linden's going to go defensive, even though Parrans-Smith is a mile out and was never going to try something on there. Is Joe Linden defending a bit too early here? Is he going to compromise himself further around the lap? He goes defensive again, and again Parrans-Smith closes up to him. I think this is he's a little bit too cautious as Linden here. He's defending into Wilkins. That's going to compromise him into Oziers. And it's going to give Parrans-Smith the opportunity to dive bomb at the inside. And there's side contact, but he's got the job done. And now Joshua Valance will try and go for second. There's a yellow flag waving, so it's going to neutralise the battle. And Daniel Parrans-Smith on the last lap of running today in the Junior Max. We've got a driver off to driver's left in the boot. But Parrans-Smith takes the win on the final lap of the day for Junior Max. Joe Linden in second, Joshua Valance in third. Fourth for Oliver Martinsky. Catherine White finishes fifth. Sixth for Ben Maxim. Then it's Jack Davis. We saw him cash in. He cashed in too early. I think he'll probably think when he watches it back, or at least he cashed in too much. But that young man there, Daniel Parrans-Smith, you can tell. It doesn't matter if he's wearing a helmet. There is a massive smile under that helmet right there, because that was taking the win with some style. Joe Linden will definitely feel a little bit aggrieved, a case of what might have been, but you can't blame Parrans-Smith for having gone for the move, and it paid off really well for Parrans-Smith. Well, what a race that was in Junior Max. These finals are good, aren't they? Let's have another one. It'll be Mini Max up next.